Hello and welcome to Coaster Strike. My name is Tom, and in today's video I'm going to show you some great tips to keep in mind for building Zenith, Planet Coaster's version of the Intamin Xcelerator. The first of its kind was Xcelerator at Knott's Berry Farm, and one of the three of the kind which have full layouts, rather than the classic top hat. Both Xcelerator and Rita at Alton Towers have still fairly simple layouts made up of long turns and no inversions. Stormrunner at Hershey Park, however, has three, including a large corkscrew and a barrel roll. Since this one is a bit trickier, and why would I make things easy for myself, I'm going to be basing it mostly off of that. So, to start off with, place the station facing into quite a large area with a lot of space, about 1/8 of the park's total area. You want to raise the station just a little and place it down. All of these coasters in real life go straight into the launch from the station, so don't worry about that. You want to set the acceleration rate at about 19 and choose a max speed. They're usually not quite as fast as rides like King Dakar or Top Thrill Dragster or even Stealth at Thorpe Park. Build until you've reached the edge of this area that you've chosen that you want the coaster to be in, break back a few pieces, and then begin to build up to a vertical incline. Build up decently high, and then test the ride. Once the train has practically stopped, press pause, and make a mark of its location using building pieces. Oh, and by the way, if you're finding this video really similar to the Top Hat one, just wait a second, it's going to change up, basically at the next step. However, similar to the Top Hat, once you've worked out the height that the train will reach, brake down to the point just after the turn up, and begin turning to the left. Make it gradual to start off with, and then become more intense as you get to the top. Bring the track to the flat fairly tight. It doesn't really matter because at this point the train's basically lost speed, and then this is where it changes. Unlike before, you now treat it a bit like the top of a chain lift hill. Bring it down at a typical angle and then up to flat. Here you can choose to go more like Stormrunner or Rita. You can either have a sharp turn to the side with tons of banking, or you can bring it up into some drawn out inversion. I myself choose to go for an inversion at first. Also, make sure you've got disabled track limits on, otherwise it's going to be pretty tricky. Now, whatever you just did, I recommend now doing the other so that you've got the best of both worlds, either taking an inversion down into a few tight turns, or the tight turns into a large inversion. To get a full varied layout, I recommend repeating this pattern 3 or 4 times, and then bringing the track slowly into a brake run just a little higher than the station, then bring the track into the station, trying to keep the train speed under 5 miles per hour at all times. Seriously, these things take forever to get from the brake run into the station. I mean, come on, seriously! Now, I didn't film myself theming because that took a while and it would have not been the most interesting to watch, but if you're going for realism, to be honest, these rides never have much theming. I mean, Rita can claim to be themed, but some trees in the station with vines on isn't exactly a full theme. Just stick some natural looking foliage around the area and you should be good. The cube, just like in the previous video, wants to be quite tight with lots of those irritating folds that remind you just how long you're going to be in this cube for. But perhaps not this time diving under the launch track, since that's not quite as common on these rides. Anyway, time to go do some smoothing and theming. I'll be back when I'm done. Okay, so in terms of theming, I went for a sort of adventure feel. I quite like it, the nature's good looking. But yeah, so there you go. A video which I feel like I've already made, but I hope you've enjoyed and that you found this tutorial helpful. And hopefully you'll be able to build your very own Stormrunner/Rita combo. I really enjoy making these and I can't wait to see what comes next. And I really hope this improves the level of launch coasters on the workshop. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time.